What's up guys, Juggalo23451, and today I'm going to do a water cooling basics 101 revision video. Okay, let's get started. There's three types of tubing that mainly water coolers use. It's 3/8 16 tubing, 7/16 tubing, and then 1/2 inch tubing. Okay, and basically right here, this is a G1/4 to 1/2 inch barb. G1/4 is the thread spacing, and of course here's a 1/2 inch barb. Now let's get into the tubing. And you're going to hear ID and OD a lot in water cooling. And right now I have 7/16 ID by 5/8 OD. And what 7/16 is the, or ID, excuse me, is the inner diameter. And the OD, 5/8, is outer diameter, okay? Now to put on the tubing, you essentially just take your tube, you take your barb, give it a little rub of your good old-fashioned spit, do a rocking motion on the barb, and it should go on with no problem, okay? And then you just push it down and go all the way to the base of the barb. And you want to make sure you're cut straight. Use basically a X-Acto knife or a razor blade, or better yet, tube cutters. You're going to get your standard zip ties or clamps or worm clamps, or if you have compression fittings, you don't have to worry about the clamps at all and all that stuff. So this is how you use these. Take your tube, you already got it on your barb, take your clamp, wrap it around the barb in the center, and then you just push. You hear it click, go all the way to it doesn't click anymore, and then you set it and forget it, okay? And now when you're putting on your barbs, all you got to do is roughly hand tight, and then maybe like no more than 1/4 of a turn, and that's it. Do any more, you can actually increase the risk of this right here becoming too tight and it doesn't do a seal all the way and actually may leak, okay? Now let's go into anti-kink coils. Alright, now this right here, I know it's pink, it was supposed to be red, but to put on anti-kink coils, and what the purpose of anti-kink coils is to prevent kinks and everything, but I got the anti-kink coils for contrast. So what you do, you take the end of your anti-kink coil, you wrap it around the tube like so, and you're just going to wrap it all the way down like so. Okay, let me do that so you can actually see it, but that's how you do it, okay? Now let's get into your pumps. We got the MCP 355 pump and the MCP 655 pump. This pump right here does not have the standard top. It is this top right here, and basically the top has 3/8 barbs. Well, I didn't want that, so I got aftermarket top. Aftermarket top can increase the efficiency of the MCP 355 pump. I got the top for the MCP 655 pump because it had better tubing, like mounting options, where I wanted the in and out and make everything look clean. Alright, this right here is your power, and then this right here goes to your motherboard, which will measure your RPMs. Okay. Now let's go into like your other stuff, like rads. Okay, for rads you have to make sure you get a fan that's designed for your rad. You might be wasting your money getting expensive fans, and you're not even using the radiator to its full potential because you got the wrong fan. So I'm going to go with two instances. Okay, the HW Labs Black Ice GTX series is far none the best rad out there on the market. Now this is going to require some high speed, high CFM fans. They're going to be really loud, so in your mind, get a fan controller. Reobis series controllers are really good. Fans that you want to use are Panaflow fans, Sanace fans, and also Kazi fans. And the Kazi fans they used on Skinny Labs, where you can get all your information with them testing radiators, fans, and all that stuff. They used a 3,000 RPM fan and like 130 3 CFM, like ridiculous, like really loud. I looked it up and I was like, man, that's really loud stuff. But also, if you want quiet but you want good performance, you can check out the RX series rat by XSPC or Black Ice SR TAC1 series rat, which are meant for low speed to mid speed fans. Now, basically, a good fan for it would be the Gentle Typhoon 1850 RPM fan. That's like the best fan you could probably get for it. I know they're expensive, but they're totally worth it. Trust me, I'm doing a push-pull configuration on my radiator. I have a 480 radiator, and basically what a push-pull configuration is, you have a fan here, and you have a fan here on the other side. So basically you have the fan pushing the air through the rad, then on the other side you have the fan pulling the air away from the fan, so basically you're getting more air past the rad, which will of course mean better cooling, and you can get up to 3 to 5 degrees decrease in your temperatures. Now it all depends on your setup, if you have your rad inside or outside your rad, you know. And for me, I always mount my rads inside the case. It looks the cleanest, it looks the best, but if you want a little bit cooler temps, mount the rad outside the case. Now for me, aesthetic reasons, I like nice, clean, you know, good looking case, no, you know, streamlined like a race car, nice and slick and smooth. Alright, and for reses, there's custom reses made by Frozen Q, who's on the overclock.net forums. He's our rep vendor there, I believe. And also, you have standard reses like the SwiftTech Micro Revision 2. That's good res, it's only 20 bucks. You have the XS PC reses, you know. That, of course, you can put the 355 pumps on, and also you have the standard reses. You also have the EK spin res, which I have, and basically has a little spinner inside. And I got that for peace of mind because as water's flowing through the spinner, I see it moving. If the spinner stops moving, I know not to turn on my computer, or I should say, keep my computer running until I find out the problem. Now for water, you want distilled water and good old-fashioned PT Nuke, 5, 6, or 3 to 4 bucks, and for this little bottle, or you can get a silver coil. Silver coil probably lasts a little longer. You don't want any additives. You don't want to buy Rev.1 coolant. You don't believe me? Look at my Don't Use Rev.1 video. You don't want to use like Hydrix, SwiftTech Hydrix, or something like that. All you need is distilled water and PT Nuke or silver coil. It's going to be saving money in the bank, and it's only $1 for 2 gallons of distilled water, you know. Alright, best blocks right now, I probably already said this, is the EK blocks, and I got them on my 59 and 58 series cards, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that and show you my loop setup. Okay, this right here is the EK Spin Bay Res. Now you go inside here, and if you see the tube in the very, very back, it has very faint UV lighting. That's going from the res all the way down to the pump, to the rad, and then to the rad, or from the rad to the CPU in. CPU in is always the center of the CPU. And how you mount this for an i7, you want the heat killer logo visible up the down, you know, like so. In the center is an inlet, as I said, and I got the CPU outlet going to GPU in right here, which is my 5970. Then you got your GPU outlet to your GPU inlet again, then your GPU outlet going all the way to the reservoir. Now, when you're setting up a water cooling unit or water cooling for your computer and doing custom, you know, take the time to set up everything. I wouldn't, if you want to buy kits, you know, SwiftTech kits, yeah, go out and do that, but the best bang for your buck, bar none, will be setting up a custom loop. Period. A 360 radiator rad. A lot of people say, "Oh, you need it just for the i7." They're wrong. You can actually use a 360 rad for the i7 and say like a graphics card if you want. So it'd be res pump rad CPU GPU res, and it'll cool it fine. Trust me. As I said, take your time setting up your loop draw diagrams. I did 3 to 5 diagrams. Do your research on your water cooling. Check out overclock.net. Check the stickies like I did when I first started water cooling. I never asked any questions. I just looked at the stickies, as I said before. But I hope this video helps you out. It's a little more detailed, and I hope that I answered some of you guys' questions. And I guess that's it. Comment, subscribe, rate this video. You guys have a great day. Bye.